Good morning, everyone. This is Melody Reels at the Iowa Quilt Museum here in Winterset, Iowa. Good morning for another Facebook Live on a Thursday morning at 9 a.m. If you didn't know, last week was a big week for us. We had our Iowa Quilt Festival last week. It went Tuesday, we had a bus tour to the International Quilt Museum. Thank you to Ruth, and I can't think of anybody else's names right now, at the International Quilt Museum, our tour guides taking us. Thank you to our bus driver, Kevin from Windstar. Thank you to the Celtic Quilter and Cosmic Cow and the Rib Shack. Everybody was wonderful that we ran into that day. We had a great experience. We had so much fun. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we had our classes, retreat, and lectures. And we had our gallery reception. We had evening activities, lectures, barn quilting classes, trivia. And then on Saturday was airing of the quilts, which we decorate the whole town. We just drape us all in quilts. We had them hanging, and let's just give glory to God. I felt so favored on Saturday. It was supposed to rain. It told me all week it was gonna rain on Saturday, and we had a beautiful day on Saturday. No rain, held off until Sunday. So we had quilts hanging on the from the columns and the porticos of the courthouse. We had 4 beds up there. We had 2 of the cover ridges, Hollywell and Cutler Donahoe had quilts on them. Monumental Park, plus all our indoor exhibits. I want to give a quick thank you to Carla Overland from Cherrywood Fabrics. She came and she did a lecture. She was with me last Thursday during the video. She also has somebody's knocking at my door right now, and I don't know what to do about that. I'm in the middle of a Facebook Live. I'm gonna leave them. I don't know what to do. I don't have anybody else here with me. Anyway, I want to thank Quilts of Valor. Quilts of Valor Foundation had a catch-up day upstairs, and their executive director was here. Their board president was here, and a lot of their board members were here. Got to meet them, and they were all here for the gallery reception. I want to thank all our instructors, Joyce Franklin. I really want to give a special shout out to Tony Jacobson. He does so much during that week for the Quilt Museum, and I just can't thank him enough for everything that he does and the time he puts into it. Janet Pittman taught a class, Sue Penn, I just want to make sure, Stephen Rounds. I think I got everybody that taught classes. So, and then more importantly, thank you to all our sponsors that helped put this together, helped to, get us to put this on and create signage and do promotional pieces. And lastly, I want to thank my big brother, Troy. He was here that whole week. He was the second me. When I couldn't be somewhere, he was there. And in fact, I didn't know where he was at. My board and my committee were just taking him, and he was hanging quilts and cleaning up behind stoves, stuff. So thank you, Troy. Thank you. I couldn't have done that week without you. So thank you to everybody. Thank you for a great week. We do have dates for next year. I believe it's June 9th through the 12th. Get it on your calendars. Get ready for it. June 9th through 12th. It's a little later than normal. We wanted to have a space between Memorial Day weekend and our festival, because here in Winterset, the John Wayne days are Memorial Day weekend, and that's at the John Wayne birthplace. Just over there, just right over there. So we're recovering from that. I'm recovering from that. It was a lot, but we have more activities coming. We have more classes to promote. We have things that we want you to participate in. Let's start off with Sujata Shah. Sujata Shah has teaching an online class, a Kawandi hand stitching applique class. I dropped my glove. Anyway, she's teaching that on June 20th, just coming up next Saturday. I don't think I hardly have anybody signed up for that class. I would love for you to sign up for that class. I'm putting my gloves on because I'm going to show you. This is a sneak peek. This is going to be a quilt that Sujata has in our upcoming exhibit, our 10-year anniversary exhibit. And just to show you, this is her work. And I don't know if you could see her hand quilting in there. Well, that's print, but she's got her hand quilting in here. Oh, there you go. You can kind of see that. So this is some of Sujata. This is her quilt. This is going to be the upcoming exhibit. I just wanted to give you an example because I don't have an example, a physical example of her hand applique Kawandi hand stitching class. June 20th, you can go to our website, iowaquiltmuseum.org, and find out more information and how to sign up for that class there. And then the weekend after that, on June 26th, 27th, and 28th, we're having a 3-day class here upstairs of our quilt museum. Yes, you will have to be able to go up and downstairs. I will have help for you to get your sewing machine and your supplies upstairs, and as well as somebody help you get it down after the 3 days. But she's teaching a kaleidoscope. Did I say who's teaching it? Jolene Green, kaleidoscope class. She's teaching a kaleidoscope class, and I thought maybe you'd like to see an example of one of her kaleidoscope quilts. I love this one. So she was on the courthouse. She had a bet on the courthouse, and you could have signed up for her classes there as well. But that is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the 26th, 27th, and 28th. Again, you can go to our website and find out more information about that class and how to sign up at iowaquiltmuseum.org. I'm gonna take my gloves off. And lastly, it's our 10-year anniversary. Did I tell you that already? And we're already in June, 11th, and I have not announced our June giveaway. And that's kind of sad, and I'm so sorry. But with the festival and everything kind of, our giveaway, this is another surprise bag. We're gonna do another surprise bag. Everyone will get this Madison County book, Madison County Journal by Bill Cotton. It's a great little coffee table book. It has some original art in here as well as some photographs from around Madison County. Everybody will get this book, but you will also get, I have a bunch of little charm packs from Andover and from Wyndham. So you'll get a charm pack as well as a fun pattern, a quilt pattern of some kind, as well as some kind of IQM item, whether it's a pencil, a sticker, or a magnet. So if you want to sign up for that, we do ask that you pay $5 for the shipping, but you would go to, again, to our website, iowaquiltmuseum.org, go to the shop, and then in our 10-year anniversary section, you will find a sign up for this, and we will get you mailed a package. Lastly, this is why I came on a little early, our next exhibit, and it's sad to talk about a next exhibit when we have not hit half of these Cherrywood quilts, but our next exhibit will be July 7th, and it will be our 10-year anniversary exhibit. We are gonna have, I think, 36 quilt artists and collectors that have displayed here before. So we're gonna have everything from modern art quilts to antique traditional quilting, and they're all going to hang side by side together. We've got Victoria Finley Wolf, we have Ricky Timms, we have Paula Nadelstern, I believe Julie Silver, who we just had the indigo blue and white quilts. I believe she's sending us an antique quilt. So it'll be an eclectic exhibit and kind of a scrapbook of all the artists that we have, or exhibitors that we have had in the museum in the last 10 years. So we're really excited about that. But we don't want to get too excited about it because we still want to focus on some of these Cherrywood quilts. Plus, you can't see it, but we're giving away the awarding the Quilts of Valor quilts on July 4th on the courthouse steps, Saturday, July 4th. So let's flip you around. I'm going to move my stuff off here so I don't have things falling. If you aren't aware, we have already featured, I've already showed you the first place winner, third place winner, fourth place winner, fifth place winner. So we're going to take a look at the fourth place winner and try to get down to the second place winner in this Cherrywood Poppy Quilt Challenge. But again, I'll go by time, and the longer I talk, the less I'm showing you quilts. So let me take you off the stand and let's take a closer look. I'm going to flip you around. Flip. Here we go. And there's the third place winner right there. There is quite a few, maybe three. Maybe I shouldn't say quite a few. This idea of having a suit or a uniform with poppies pinned to it in honor of the Memorial Day, Remembrance Day. This is We Will Remember by Laurie St. Clair out of Ontario, Canada. And then it says here, beyond the fields where poppies grow, love, oh, I can't read it. Hopes, love will flow. Loved? I can't read this piece. Can you read that? Maybe I can read it on the line. I don't know. And then down here, where poppies grow between the roads, crows. Oh, I can't read it. But here she's got the fabric, and she's painted over the fabric to give it some depth and detail. We've got some embroidery in here. She's used her green fabric here, and she's shaded it, you know, to give it texture and dimension. Kind of lift up her beautiful ribbon here. But I love her quilting here to give the stitching of the collar. But then look down here. These are not leaves. These are bullets. Isn't that crazy? I love the pinstripe. She's stitched all this in here in the gray. Oops. To give you an example, so this is third place. And over here, we have a I Remember with a poppy put on here, as well as a medal, some military buttons, a bar, a medic pin. And this is I Remember by Frances Arnold from Bishop, Georgia. We're just kind of glance. All right, we might as well look at Blossoming by Sean Sickle of Richmond, Texas. There's quite a few of these medallion kind of pieces as well. Look at how she's incorporated beads and applique. I love the stitching here. These are all surrounded by beads. Let's come down here. Here's another one, Circle of Life by Alicia Sterna from Surprise, Arizona. This is beautiful in its simplicity, but then it really showcases her quilting in here, doesn't it? I love the petals that she adds here, that she stitches into her poppies. And then a little embroidery here to give dimension to the inside of the poppies. And then when you have, oh, I don't have a chair. I'm gonna get a chair, hold on. So we can get this top one. Ugh. The Last March by Carrie Thompson from LaFour, North Dakota. I love how she creates this brick wall here with the two tones of the gray, the dimensions of the poppies, the sky, and then you have this down here. This symbol, this with the helmet and the gun and the boots, they're in quite a few of the quilts as well. I love the little poppies that she's speckled down here in her quilting. Okay, hop down, and here's another one. Remembrance by Barb Zelznick from Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Look at this quilting in here. How phenomenal. And there you go, there's that symbol again with the boots. She's got laces that she's put on here. You got the greens. She's added some shading to the gray there to give it dimension and texture. Here is a paper piece one. Paper Piece Poppies by Laura Wooldridge out of New Braunfels, Texas. And look at all this paper piecing in here. That's wonderful. Look at the stems and the leaves, which does look like poppy leaves, right? They kind of almost look like a weed when they first pop up. I have to tell whoever's mowing not to whack it down. And then you've got the fun flower and leaf stitching, quilting throughout it. And this one is View from a Window by Kathleen Mitchell, Long Valley, New Jersey. It is an honorable mention, and it is a window, and it does come up. There is a latch here. I don't know if I could do this with one hand. I might have to just let it be. Oh, I did get it. Oh, there we go. And then it does open up. And you can kind of see this, her handiwork in here. How clever. Look at the cool, keep getting my glove stuck in there. The cool dragon clip she's got. And the shading. Okay. Whew. Give my arm a break. How many do I think I'm just going to focus on this bottom row so we can get over to the second place winner. This is Poppies in Flanders Field at Sunset by Beverly Maines out of Dacula, Georgia. And look at the texture she's got in here since we're sticking on the bottom row. You got some felting of the fabric here to give the clouds that wispy feeling. You've got the stones in the back. Some quilting in here between the rows. And look, she's got beading. And then she's got little petals here. And then beading in these poppies down here. Let's take another look. We're gonna come over. This is Diana Bicknell from Merrill, Oregon, and it's called Remember. And then look what she quilted down here. Love that she's got the poppies down there too. Everything's so moving. Everybody says so personal. This is by Trudy Cleveland out of Oceanside, California, The Unknown Soldier. Lest We Forget is quilted all through back here, along with the red hand quilting there too, where she's got the stitching in there. But then look at the phenomenal quilting she does in the flowers, in the poppies, and her unknown soldier who remains faceless. That's really cool. Here we have Julianne Walther, 97-year poppy, Cary, North Carolina. This is an honorable mention. And she, I don't know what she added. If I had to guess, my guess is glue. But I haven't read this quilt story, so I am unsure. Look at all that quilting in there. And then the quilting down here even. That's really awesome. Back it up a little bit. This one is by Beth Paulette from Madison, Alabama, and it's titled Uncle Michael. My guess is that's Uncle Michael right there. And this says, dedicated to Michael Mance and all those lost in Exercise Tiger, April 28th, 1944, Slapton Sands, England. So from what I was told by a history teacher that visited, that Exercise Tiger was the pre-Normandy. It was their first run, and a lot of soldiers lost their lives, if not most, if not all. And you have these military buttons in here. I love that incorporation. The seashells, the sand, the footprints in the sand, and look at, she's got the embroidery of the tread in here. It looks hand quilted as well. I think that's hand quilted as well. Do you see that? I love this photograph. I love old photographs. I love that cigarette just hanging out there. And then they use these seashells. They're plastic, I think, but it's a lovely tribute to her uncle. Lastly, here is Ode to the Unknown Soldier by Karen Coates out of Highland, California. This is the second place winner. I don't know if you could tell, but this is quilted, like it's separate. So he pops out. Here we are again with another fabulous portrait with the highlights and the shadows in his hat to his face. And then his poppy is is separate here. As well are all these poppies. These are all pillowed out. I want to say pillowed, but like, isn't that phenomenal? Look at this, even the bud here. And then she's got some beautiful metallic thread that she's used inside the poppy. Pull that up so you can see the barbed wire that she has back there with the metallic thread. Just stunning. Like even in his ear, all the dimensions, all the details, the swirls in the sky. That red background really makes him pop. It's beautiful. All right. Well, we are at 9:17. And for these ones on top, I apologize. There's just so many and not enough time. But I hope you see yours. Tag yourself if you've seen it. Give a shout out in the comments that you've seen your quilt. Say which one is yours. This little embroidered hummingbird is part of our I Spy card that we have. Oh, look at this beautiful work in here. Simple Beauty by Karen Brooks out of Vancouver, Washington. Okay, everybody, I think that's it for today. We got the last of the big 5 awarded quilts, top awards. I think maybe I'll do a post or something so you could take a closer look instead of just me glancing past it in a video. Okay. Oh, what's happening? There we go. All right. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you come back next week and we'll look at more poppy quilts. Again, if you're watching this video and you have a poppy quilt in this exhibit, please say something in the comments. Please let me know. We have had 4 visitors from people that have had quilts. I think I've posted 3 that, and I have another gal to post. Actually, this gal right here from Huxley, Iowa, came in, and I haven't posted about her visit yet. But we want to know. We want to meet you. We want to know. Please give yourself a shout out or your friend. If you have a friend that has a quilt in here, tag your friend. Let them know that we're doing these videos and to be on a lookout for their quilt here at the museum and on our channel. I don't know what else to say. I think I'm stalling. I want you to have a wonderful weekend this weekend. We have a huge storm and it's kind of a nice day to curl up and read a book. But I hope you are having wonderful weather where you're at. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And thank you for joining. And I will see you next week with more poppy quilts from the Cherrywood Fabric Poppy Quilt Challenge. All right, have a wonderful weekend.